Well, hello everyone. This is Richard Kadish, owner and broker in charge of Go Gated Realty, Hilton Head Island and Bluffton, South Carolina. And today is September 17th, 2016. We're in Bluffton today in Baynard Park, and we're looking at a Tangerly oak model that's being built by my clients. It's obviously under construction. And today I met with the building superintendent and walked through the home on behalf of my clients who are out of town. We're going to walk through it too and see if we could learn a few things about new construction and talk a bit about this community, Baynard Park, and about my services as a buyer's agent. I'm showing you this house as a buyer's agent with 41 years of Hilton Head Island and Bluffton real estate experience. Again, my name is Richard Kadish. It's K-A-D-E-S-C-H. My company, Go Gated Realty, like gated communities. And I'm the gated community specialist, ladies and gentlemen. Both Go Gated Realty and Gated Community Specialist are federally registered trademarks. And Baynard Park is a gated community with a 24-hour manned security gate. The annual HOA here just $1,550. That's $1,550 per year. And they have a beautiful swimming pool, 2 tennis courts, fitness center, basketball court, playground, pavilion with outside kitchen and fireplace. They have a second pleasant park that has horseshoes and fire pit. A great meeting place. People are attracted to this community for several reasons. One is that it is a Pulte community, and so you're able to see the models ahead of time, walk through them locally, and decide which model is for you. The prices are good and competitive. The quality is high, and they have quite a variety as well. This one, the Tangerly oak, that was chosen by my clients, well, we were together on that in our shopping and comparing. They were uncertain before they came to the island, before they came to the area, as to which community would be best for them, which builder would be for them. Those are commonly asked questions that I get from buyers is, hey, who's the best builder? Can you trust so-and-so? And, who builds a good home? All those types of questions. Well, both as a real estate broker with 41 years of local real estate experience, as well as being a former licensed South Carolina home builder, I'm able to offer my buyers advice that they can trust. And then as we shop and compare, I'm able to point things out, as I will with you today in this walkthrough, and just give you a little bit more of an idea of why this one was for them. Well, at the time they bought this, they got a good deal on their lot because Pulte was offering a building lot special. They have a really nice lot, got a very low premium. It's going to have a hardy plank exterior. And this final phase of Baynard Park is also a gas community, which my buyers like as well. So different reasons to be attracted to Baynard Park. There's just 25 building lots left here, though, ladies and gentlemen. So for those of you who are building, well, certainly within the year, and today I learned that they're accelerating their build-out estimate from maybe a year to now, even half a year. Next April, May, they expect to be sold out. It just gives you an idea of how attractive Bluffton is as a place to live. I read that it is the 11th fastest growing county in the United States, and much of that is because Bluffton being such a beautiful place to live. Well, look at this beautiful entryway. Even while it's framed up, this house is beautiful. I hope you can appreciate it, but you get a hallway from your entrance, otherwise known as the foyer, through into the living room. That beautiful archway there separates your foyer from your living area, and it brings us into the large open great room, which is our living room, and the dining area off to the right. Our kitchen is open to it. We'll get another look at that. Just beyond is the optional covered porch, which my buyers went for, as well as the fireplace over here in the left corner being optional. They went for that. It's going to have a granite surround, and it is a gas fireplace. Again, because this is a gas community, they have a gas range, gas fireplace, gas water heat, and gas air heat. Well, let's just back up for a second, because immediately to the left here, we have an office set at an angle. And with the pair of windows facing front, it's very common for a Hilton Head home to have the office either front, left, or right, as you just off of the foyer. And this is a good sized room. Could possibly be a guest bedroom, by the way, because it does have a closet over there to the left. You notice that green color around the base of your studs? Well, that's your termite treatment, and keeps the termites from, part of what keeps the termites from coming into the house over time. It's a nice feature. I'll point out some others as we go along. Immediately to the left, we have our half bathroom. It's called a half, of course, because there's no tub or shower. It's just your guest bathroom. To the right is where your lavatory will tap in, and that tall pipe there is for your commode. And then immediately to this side is our second bedroom. This is a gorgeous model, the Tangerly Oak. Beautiful second bedroom, the kind that you only want to have if you don't mind if your guests are going to stay quite a while, because otherwise they won't leave. It's so beautiful over here. This has its own private bathroom. I guess you could say this house has 2 master bedroom suites. Your lavatory and is right there to the left, and then you have your tub and shower, which is the next stop down. And then finally, it leads us into a large walk-in closet. And yes, it will look a lot better when the sheetrock comes in, which is scheduled for tomorrow. They do build them quickly. They do build them quickly. So from the time that this house was contracted, it would be around 5 or 6 months to completion. It takes about 1 to 2 months maximum for the permitting, and then they build them, ladies and gentlemen, in 4 or 5 months after that. So it's a very quick build-out time. Good for those of you who can plan ahead like that and make arrangements to move into your new home. All right, here we are back to the foyer. And as we come across on this side, we have a large, beautiful eat-in kitchen area with a trio of windows facing forward. A good place to start your day and end your day with your breakfast and your dinner. Looking out onto the rest of Baynard Park. And you'll notice all the homes are the one level here in this section. That's because so many retirement buyers purchase here. And you also do get families, but Baynard Park has, in a general sense, 2 phases. It was originally developed by the Centex company. You have some larger family homes there in the first phase. Centex was purchased by Pulte. Pulte's style and the market kind of transitioned more towards the 1-story home, and that's what they've been building over here ever since. Here's our kitchen over on this side. It taps in for the gas range. There's your gas stubbed out for that. That's where your range is going to go. Over on this side, we have the refrigerator to the right. And then we have the kitchen open to our living room. And to the right, we have a large walk-in pantry. And let's just look up towards the ceiling, which will be sheetrocked in tomorrow. But see all that shiny material up there? That's called Tech Shield, and that's a brand name for a roof deck, which is an energy product. It is not included. My buyers paid for the energy upgrade in this house, and that meant that they paid for an upgrade from the coded 30 for the ceiling insulation up to a 36. It is a blown insulation, as well as the fact that they get the Tech Shield throughout, which keeps your attic cooler, and then that keeps your ceiling cooler, and that keeps your house cooler in the summertime, keeps your energy bills down. And of course, we're all energy conscious these days, and that's the way that energy package works. Let's just step over here, because to the far right, we have our master bedroom suite. We take a quick jog, privacy jog to this side. Beautiful trio of windows out to our wooded view. My buyers got a great buy on this lot. I'm so happy for them. And then with the Pulte special they were running at the time, I can only hope that when we talk and when you're ready to buy, we can get a good special from your builder of choice at the time you're ready to go. This is a good size bedroom at the back. Very common for your Hilton Head house to have the master bedroom at the back, enjoying the view. Oftentimes the porches are at the back, sometimes front and back, but your back porch is typically of your contemporary home giving out to the private view. So many of you want privacy. This is your master bathroom. Notice it's ready to go for 2 lavatories there. Over on this side, we have both the tub and the shower. There are options for just a shower and different kinds of showers. You can go with a shower with a space. You can go with a bigger shower. You can go with tiled showers. You can go with the super shower. And that's where all that space is shower, walking in even without a door. Over to the left, this is where our commode is going to be in the water closet. And then at the very back, you get a sense of the space there by looking at the floor, and there's the stub for your commode. Over here is your walk-in closet, which is just humongous. This would be as big as it is in most houses, but you also, that's just half of it. The other half is over here. So it's really 2 closets with 1 entrance, very, very large. I love the Tangerly oak. I love the Tangerly oak. It's a beautiful model. And part of my assistance to this buyer was to tour the models with them, help them weigh out the pros and cons of the different models, help them negotiate their best price with the developer. Of course, I met with them and sat in, of course, on their negotiation and meeting, contract meeting with the builder developer. We just did everything we could do. Now, here I'll just point out one more thing. This one has a tray ceiling in it in the bedroom, and this is part of one of the structural choices you make. When you buy a production home, you first, of course, choose your community, and then you choose your model. You then choose the lot. We make sure that the house will fit on the lot, of course, that it comes in within your price. And then we go through and prepare the preliminary contract. And in that contract, you'll have your structural additions, the things that are in addition to the base price, things like a tray ceiling, things like a tiled shower, or extra wood floors, or upgraded this and that. Actually, you can upgrade the wood in the design center. That's where you'd go next. But things such as having the fireplace there would be a structural thing. All the things on which they go and do their permitting. If you're going to have a lengthened garage or storage over the garage, sunrooms, covered porches, screen porches, these are all examples of extra structural features, and you will want to get that right on your first time around. I'm here to help you with that. They all have costs. You add them up, you make sure it's what you want. It's hard and expensive to make structural changes after the contract is made because they go to permitting right away. Your next step after that is to go into your design center, and that's where you choose your tile, your cabinets, the wood, the colors, things like that. Those are things that you just pay a premium for. If you want, it's optional. And then by the time you come out, you have your final price. And of course, they will stand behind it. There won't be any changes or excuses for not meeting their price. Let me just show you something here about this concrete slab. I've been very impressed by these production builders in terms of how well they do on their levelness of their slabs. And when I say a slab, I'm talking about a concrete subfloor, which is what we want. It also means that we're on good high ground. A very common question has to do with floodplains, flood insurance, things like that. Well, we're on good high ground here in an optional floodplain C, which means that if you get a bank loan, it's optional whether you carry the flood insurance. But you notice this discoloration here? That's actually where in their quality checking, they found that the slab was a little bit high there, and so they've grinded it down so where it is level. They've done that several places here. And wherever you see that discoloration, that's where they have grinded the floor down to make sure everything's level. When the floor contractor comes in, he or she will do an additional check and is authorized, of course, to fill any cracks or holes that could be a problem for the floor, because, of course, the floor contractor has to stand behind their work. Now, you might also notice that the concrete is scored. These are what are called expansion joints. I'm glad to see that, because your concrete, of course, will expand and crack over time. That is intended to be a pre-crack crack, I guess you could say, a controlled crack to control the drying and the expansion of your concrete over time. It's the way to be. They're doing a good job in building this house, and just wanted to point that out to you. A couple more things that I'll point out to you as we go along. There is also some pest control products in this house. Well, here, let's see if we can find them. It's called Taex. I believe it's spelled Taaex. Kind of a funny word, but this little green tube here is part of that system. Not the yellow, that's electricity, but the little green tube running above it, below it there, and running along here. That's actually a pest control product that puts pest control, chemical into your wall. And it means that with the contract to maintain that for cockroaches and ants, as an example, they don't have to come in and do baseboard spraying over time. They charge that from the outside, so you don't have to be home when they come. They don't come inside. It sprays it into the walls. It's supposed to be more effective than a chemical barrier around the baseboard and so forth. And that's included. That's included in your price. Now, the ongoing servicing of that is not included, but I like to see that. That's the latest and greatest. You can see that this house then is state-of-the-art for today's construction, with the hardy plank exterior, the vinyl-clad windows, the interior mullions. We have the Taex pest control system. We have gas, heat, so it's energy efficient. We have the Tech Shield in the roof deck. Here we're stepping out. We pass a little closet here and your laundry here as we head towards the garage. And here I'll just point out a couple more things. Today it went through its inspection for the framing, and that includes all the fire stops and the sealants. Here we see two different kinds of sealant. Here's the foam sealant along the base, and at the joints, that's that orange material. And then outside, notice every little crack, This is so much better than traditional building. New homes are so much more energy efficient than the older homes, than the resales, even going back 5 and 10 years. Down here on the base, by code, the homes must have either a silicone base seal, or it has to have this foam sealer going under the base plate. Notice the base plates, of course, are bolted down. That's understood, but the fact that you have this sealer here makes this house very tight. I guess you could say the house is 3 times inspected, because the super comes through, he inspects, he puts pink color on the studs where he wants to grab the framer's attention. The framer, who is clearly Latino, comes along and he writes to his crew, okay, this is what you need to be paying attention for. And then, of course, finally the county building inspector comes along and does her inspection. Yes, a female inspector. I met her today. So you have in the Tangerly Oak this extra extension. You could call it a third car bay, although it is in tandem. You could call it a workshop area or just extra storage. Regardless, this was another part of the design that my buyers liked a lot. Here, I'll give you a better view of this. 2-car garage up to the door, you see, and then over here you have this extra area. So many of my buyers are looking for storage because we don't have basements in our Hilton Head Island, Bluffton area. We don't have basements. We have attics and we have closets. And we have extra large garages. So one of the options would be to choose for an extra large garage. This is integral to this plan. Your water heater, which is a gas water heater, will come to the corner here and will sit on that platform. It's a front load garage, if you will. It will have an automatic door opener, and it will be a finished garage, meaning it will be sheetrocked and trimmed out. Well, let's walk out back. Take a look at that optional covered porch. Another thing that I was able to encourage my buyers to get, explaining to them about how desirable they are over time for both their own lifestyle as well as resale. Big covered porch here. This is an option here. It's a beauty. Look at this. Big space. They're going to actually, it's more than a covered porch. It's going to be enclosed, a screen porch. Beautiful private wooded view. And I encourage my buyers to go ahead and get the patio to the side, because that allows them to step outside their screen porch and have a barbecue or an extra outside table and chairs without stepping onto the grass. And of course, this entire yard will be sodded and will have a sprinkler system. All of that is standard. Well, this is it, the Tangerly Oak, ladies and gentlemen. I like the Tangerly Oak, but I also like several of the other models. The big seller here is actually what's called the Dunwoody Way. I have buyers who like the Martin Ray, the Sonoma Cove. They like different models. I'll help you shop and compare, and of course coordinate with you with one of the salesmen, either here at Baynard Park, the Sun City Hilton Head, or the Haven. Now these are the three area Pulte communities. The big difference is, of course, that Sun City Hilton Head and the Haven are both seniors only, meaning 55 and over. And then here in Baynard Park, it is not seniors only. So we have more of a mix. So much to think about as far as making the big move. So many of you tell me that this will be the last move you ever make. You want to get it right. Part of getting it right, of course, is to have the best house that you can find for the money. And you don't want to be putting on a new roof and getting new water heater, new air conditioner system, dealing with older insulation, dealing with an antiquated floor plan, smaller windows, etc. So that oftentimes brings us to buying a brand new home, or one that is perhaps only a year or two old. It just depends on depends on your timetable. It depends on your budget. It depends on you and what you want. And I'm sure that together we'll find it. So thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, there are more at the Go Gated channel on YouTube. I certainly would invite you to subscribe. And here's my contact information, so you can find me and contact me as your buyer's agent. Please keep me in mind for that. You know, the commission that your agent earns is the same, whether they are brand new on the job or whether they have 41 years of Hilton Head Island and Bluffton experience like I do. Well, my cell number, and please call anytime, it's 843-684-2933. I'll repeat, 843-684-2933. My email address, rich@gogated.com. That's RICH@GOGATED.com. And my website, gogated.com. Well, you can, search all the MLS properties at any time on gogated.com, but it won't include all of the new build possibilities that you might have through Pulte or any of the other builders. I can certainly help you with that, save you a lot of time, and as I've said before, it just doesn't cost you anything more to have a good agent working with you. It is your right, and I recommend you bring me in early to help you with advice you can trust, to save you time, to help you negotiate, solve problems. Even my most sophisticated buyers are clear on the pleasure that they have with a good working relationship with a buyer's agent. We can all use some help. We can all use some help. We can all use some good advice. And I certainly will do what I can to make your search and your purchase a success and something that you will certainly have no regrets about. Well, thank you again for watching. Thank you again, and I look forward to meeting with you on the phone or the internet. Please call, let's get acquainted, and I look forward to working with you as your buyer's agent here in Bluffton or Hilton Head Island, South Carolina.